Hey fellas, today we're talking about how to keep your good wood until you get older. Because if you're looking to enjoy your love life as long as you possibly can, then you need to understand that the things that you're doing every day that makes a huge difference. So today I'm going to give you the thought processes, the habits, the things that you need to know so you can Benjamin Button your sex life. For those who didn't see the movie, you're going to age in reverse. And hey, my name is Brian, aka Uncle B, and for the last 23 years I've been a men's performance coach with GoodWood. And as a coach for all that time, I've talked to guys between 18 to 80, and I can tell you, no matter what your age, you don't want to have a situation where you don't have your erections. And specifically, what I'm going to talk about today are the things that you need to know, the habits you need to have in your life so you're setting yourself up to win every day. And I'm going to go into the things that I do on the regular just so you have a basis of where to start from. And if you just happen to have a daily habit that keeps your motor running, let us know in the comments section. And we have an extra special announcement. The GoodWood store is here. We have a store where we have more products, more of the things that I talk about on the regular, the different herbs, the sleep mask, all that stuff. Go to givegoodwood.com. We have everything there for you just so you can get better. And of course, like we do all the time around here, what I'm about to do is break this down till it cannot be broken anymore. Now, there are a bunch of reasons why you want to keep your good wood going until you get older. And that's because it is showing that you are, one, healthy, two, it is an indicator that you will live longer, and if that doesn't work out, at the very least, you can be the Mac at the senior center. Hey, Ms. Johnson, how's it going? The opposite is also true. You can also not have erections for 10 to 40 years. Yeah, I just talked to a guy who hasn't had erections in the past 15 years. Not a good look. So what is a healthy erection? Well, we're talking about erections on demand, spontaneous erections, and morning erections. Of course, you want to be able to last as long as you want and have those really good, intense orgasms. And have a short refractory period, that period between, you just had an orgasm and you're ready to get back up. Yeah, shorten that down so you can get back to it. Now, of course, one of the reasons why you need to pay attention to this is because, according to NIH, 40% of men over 40 have erection issues. And since you decline at 1% of testosterone per year, by the time you're 50, 50% of men over 50 have erection issues, 60% of men over 60, etc. So let's go ahead and get into those daily habits and some things you need to think about. So as I mentioned before, 25% of your DNA is what you're born with. The other 75% of your body is what you do with it. I know this as a fact because in college at Howard University, I was 185 pounds pulling the honeys. And then years later, I was 285 pounds pulling in the Domino's pizza order with the Bacardi Dark. Those are good days and bad days at the same time. So the thing to think about is how you eat, sleep, exercise, how often you eat, and your level of stress has a direct effect on your erections. And if you're doing the same thing every day, your patterns are off, it's going to show up in your erections. We're living in a man-made environment, so a lot of the things I'm going to talk about seem like, oh, you're doing a lot of work. Actually, that's not it at all. We just need to change the way that we are so that we're getting back to nature. And of course, you need to start now. It doesn't matter what age you are. You need to start now paying attention to your erection health because the older you get, two things happen. One, it's harder to change your habits, and two, it's just harder to get back to your natural youth. And one of the most important things is do not try to change everything at once. We want to use the 1% rule around here. You're looking to change one thing, 1% of things every day so that you're getting better. If you're trying to run away from crazy, crazy will chase you, and your habits have been crazy for quite a long time. And of course, the reason for doing this and looking at your patterns and getting your habits together is because your mind likes patterns. Just like, when you're a good boy, you go to church, you sit in the same pew and sit and singing the same hymns every Sunday. Or you can be a bad boy and going into the bar, sitting in the same stool and drinking the same Hennessy every Friday night. It's really the same pattern, but which one is better for you? So what I'm going to do is what I do on the regular. I'm going to give that to you and just pick up what works for you. What I start out with is waking up first thing in the morning at 6 o'clock, and as soon as that alarm goes off, I know to get out of bed. It's important to set your day like that. I also immediately make my bed. I'm just getting my body used to a pattern of getting things accomplished on the regular. As soon as I'm out of bed, I'm getting 2 glasses of water just to get my body rehydrated. I do meditation, and I also have my visions, just the things I'm looking towards in terms of the future, so I'm settling my mind. I have a whole 30 minutes of mobility and stretching routines. I want to get my body loose and limber to deal with the day. And I rotate between walking, doing high intensity interval training, and also heavy lifting. That rotation just helps my body stay engaged all the time, and that walk day just gives my body a day of rest while being active. Typically, I'm intermittent fasting until 1 p.m. So when you go to break your fast, make sure you're not eating anything sweet. It's actually better to eat something like sea moss like I do. Sometimes I'll get the beet juice. It's sweet, but at the very least, it's very healthy for you. And if you're just getting used to intermittent fasting, eating a salad first thing in the morning, I know that sounds weird. It'll set you up for being able to get to your regular time for intermittent fasting. In the afternoon, I'm out there taking a walk in the sun, getting that vitamin D. If I was working out in the gym in the morning, I didn't get the sun during that time, but I'm making sure my body recognizes the time so it can set itself up to have a nice sleep. And of course, I'm trying to meditate and stay de-stressed as much as possible throughout the day. Now, when it comes to eating, I've done a bunch of videos on what I eat and things like that, but typically I'm looking to make sure that I eat before 6 o'clock. That allows my body to digest the food, gives it 3 hours at the very least to digest the food and get ready for a good night's sleep. Sometimes in the evenings, I like to just go ahead and get another quick workout in. Just depends on what the schedule is, what is allowed. And by a minimum of 8:30, I'm turning off all the electricity in terms of the screens. I'm not looking at TV, I'm not looking at my phone, I'm not looking at the laptop. Have to get your mind ready for that sleep. And I have a whole sleep routine, a whole sleep ritual that I start at 9:30. I mean, everything from having the lights turned down, having orange lights on. I have my sleep mask on. I'll take a bath in warm water to cool my body down. I have the temperature set at 68 degrees. I got a lot of things going on to make sure my sleep is that powerful. And of course, lights out by 10:30. That way I'm getting that good sleep. I'm setting myself up for the next day. That's my normal routine. Now, of course, that's not everything I do. Everything I mentioned has some more other things that goes into it as well. And I'm human. I'm not doing everything perfectly every day. What I'm trying to do is just get used to being in that habit. Believe me, back in the day, my habit was to eat whatever first thing in the morning. Also, it's like when I was a kid. When I was 4 years old, when it came to making up my bed, I hated doing it. Now I don't think about it at all. Thanks, Dad. So the most important thing I could possibly say to you right now is get started. Improve that 1% per day. And of course, we have the Easiest 25, the video course that shows you how to do all these different things I just talked about. If you go to GoodWood.com and you get a subscription to GoodWood, it also comes with the Easiest 25 course, and that is normally a $599 value. We have that for you because we want you to learn, not just use the supplement. Because basically, when you have all this information, you're using the supplement, you're setting yourself up to win. So if you could, in the comment section, let me know, what habit is it easier for you to do? Is it easier for you to do the intermittent fasting? You're gonna wait until you eat later on in the day? Or is it much more difficult for you to get into the bed at 10:30, turn them lights out? Let me know in the comment section below. As I mentioned before, we now have the store at GiveGoodWood.com where you can go and get all of the other things that I talk about throughout the videos in terms of the other herbs, sleep aids, exercise aids. We got it all there for you. So instead of you needing to shop around, all one spot, you can get GoodWood, get the courses, get the books, get everything you need at one spot. And hey, this is Brian, aka Uncle B, saying get your game up and go hard. Peace out.